before every track day, I like to do a simple once over on the car just to try to catch any problems before they might happen. Let me show you a good example of one I just found. I always break this down into 3 parts. Rear suspension, I'm just doing a quick bolt check, and everything back here is paint marked. So I'm making sure nothing's moved and making sure all the nuts and bolts are still tight. I do the same thing on the front suspension, and then for the third part of this once over, I look in the engine bay, and this is where I found our problem. Of course, we're doing the obvious, checking the fluids, making sure there's no loose bolts or weird leaks. We're also taking a look at all of our hoses, our AN lines, and looking for anything that looks close to failing. Sorry if it's a little blurry, I had to zoom in super far for you to see that, but there is the smallest little crack just starting to form on that hose. I don't know if you can see it there. Hasn't cracked yet, it's not leaking, but that is definitely a potential failure waiting to happen. That's why you do bolt checks or a quick once over on your car, especially before a big event. It would be really silly for such a small, inexpensive part to end my weekend because I didn't bother taking a look under the hood of this thing before we loaded up and drove to another state. So do yourself the favor, do your bolt checks, do your once overs, and try to find problems before they happen. I'm gonna get that fixed and check on a couple other things before we load up, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.